How's it going, everybody, and welcome to Collector's Edition. I promised a while ago that I'd put up a vlog when we reached about 15 subs, and I just noticed today we actually reached that goal. So first I want to say thanks to everybody who watches these videos, and also to you guys that have subscribed. You have no idea how extremely happy I am that you find me entertaining enough to warrant spending your precious time listening to me. Now, I mentioned on Twitter that this vlog would be an introduction of sorts, but since I already done that in my first video, I want to summarize and, just explain a little bit more. So everybody out there who doesn't know, my name's Peter. Most people call me PJ though. I'm a 25-year-old gamer who was born in Scotland. I've moved around a lot, and now I live in Canada. My history with gaming is a long one. I've been playing for roughly about 20 years. Started off with something called a TV Game Boy, which is basically just one of those knockoff 99 game in one consoles that basically just came with a controller that plugged into the TV. So that's what I started off on. It had random games on it, like I had old Donkey Kong, the one with the barrels, that kind of stuff. Anyway, so one year my parents decided to get me a PlayStation. This was about 1994, about Christmas 1994, so pretty much as soon as it came out. And then for the next few years, I was playing stuff like Crash Bandicoot, Metal Gear Solid, and Tekken 2 especially. That game was the bane of my existence. I loved it and I hated it at the same time. Biggest game that got me though was around 1999, a game called Final Fantasy VIII came out. And as soon as I came across this game, I was in love. I loved this game. I adored it. I adored everything about it. And I think I've played through that game about 20 to 30 times over, somewhere in between there, across the years. But yeah, that's where that cemented my love for gaming. But yeah, so the years went by and I moved from PlayStation 2, then on to PC. I played PC games before this. I've played them on and off. I used to love a game called Pharaoh. If you haven't seen it, look it up. It's a city building game. It's fantastic. It is really fantastic. It's really, really good. I'm not sure if PCs these days can play it. Sometimes I have trouble playing older games, that kind of stuff. I really hope so. I don't have it. I'm probably going to look for it after I make this video anyway, now that I've brought it back into my attention. Anyway, so I never really played much PC until I came across a game called Halo Combat Evolved. This is probably a few years after it was released. It was about maybe 2004. At that time I was working as a programmer for a web travel company in Spain. And, I didn't know Halo would be as big as it is today. I was playing it for fun. I remember there was a map, I think it was called Infinity. It was basically shaped like the infinity symbol. And one of the bugs in the game was if you went into one of the bunkers, into one of the corners, you could jump up and it would put you on one of the ridges along the top. And if you went up there, there's some maps, sometimes there would be like scorpion tanks and that kind of stuff up on the ridge there. And that was it. You sat up there for the rest of the game and you killed everybody. It was fun. I enjoyed it. I never took it too seriously, but I sunk a lot of hours into that game. Nowhere near as much as I've sunk into any other game. But it was after that, maybe about a year or two after that, so about 2005, 2006, I first came across a website called YouTube. And so I set up an account, watched a few hours of videos, entertained myself. It was a lot of cat videos at the time, just a lot of random videos. I've been lucky enough to see, virals come and go and that kind of stuff. I remember at one point that the evolution of dance was the most watched video on YouTube. At that point, when I saw it, it probably had about maybe, 20 million views. I think it's way higher now. But yeah, so that was one of the first things that was one of the first things I'd done on YouTube. I watched a lot of content, but eventually that wasn't enough. I saw people putting up stuff, and back then the quality wasn't great. It was still very, very amateur, and that was fantastic. You know, you didn't feel bad uploading like not great content. It wasn't like professional quality, but it was still, you know, it was pretty good, it was pretty funny. But you didn't feel bad putting up amateur content. Not as bad as you do today, you know, like if you upload amateur content today, then you just get a load of thumbs down and, you know, go back and get a better camera kind of thing. But I decided I had enough of watching, and I would upload some stuff myself. So I got some editing software and I started making AMVs. Now, if you don't know what AMVs are, they are, well, the acronym stands for Anime Music Video. So basically what you've done is you took a song, you took an anime that you like, you chopped it up and you put it, you know, you've matched it up with the song. And, you know, I uploaded that and I got quite a few views to begin with. So I started uploading more and more, and, you know, I had a couple of little hits. One of my biggest videos, which to date has about 44,000 views, was basically me and my 2 younger girl cousins basically attacking one of my younger male cousins with makeup. We called it Adventures of Makeup Boy. We put it online. At the time, there was no video because the recording software for the webcam screwed up and didn't record anything. Well, recorded the video, but it didn't record any sound. And, you know, that's still up there to watch today, and I'm still getting views on it. It's ridiculous. But whatever, you know, whatever floats people's boat. And eventually time passed. I went to college, studied graphic design, that kind of stuff, and I just kept on forgetting to upload to YouTube, and years went past. Like, I'm gonna say at least, I don't know, 5 years went past. No, it's gotta be longer than that. It's gotta be longer than 5 years. But yeah, years went past, and I found myself a little while ago looking through the feed on YouTube, and I came across a video that I watched not on YouTube but on Newgrounds, and it was Metal Gear Awesome by Egoraptor. And, you know, I loved that video when it came out. When it first came out, I was playing through Metal Gear Solid 3, I think. It was either 3 or 4, I can't remember. And my buddy came in and he showed me this. Yeah, it must have been 4. It must have been 4. I can't remember. But my buddy came in and he showed me this video, and that was it. We were in hysterics. We played it so much that we could play parts in it. Like, we knew the entire video. Who was saying what, everything. We knew the entire thing, every joke in it, everything. You know, we went through all the other ones. Like, one of my favorite was the Awesome Gaiden. You know, I just creased up as soon as, you know, just as soon as it started. It was great. You know, so I noticed that the Metal Gear Awesome video was put up by the Egoraptor channel. So I'm like, okay, well, this used to only be available on Newgrounds, so let's check it out. So I checked it out, and then I found out that he was doing other stuff, Game Grumps especially. So beforehand, I'd never, just like, you know, I'd never heard of Let's Plays before, you know. I'd never come across anything like that before. I just went on YouTube and watched what I thought was funny videos, you know, like Ray William Johnson, that kind of stuff, right? A lot of meme stuff, a lot of viral videos, that kind of stuff, just whatever, something mindless. And so yeah, I started doing a little bit more research into this Let's Play genre, and I came across guys like Markiplier, Jacksepticeye, Northern Lion, you know, guys like that, and seeing what they do and how they enjoy what they do and how much joy they bring into other people's lives, you know, it kind of made me miss something. You know, I felt like something was missing in me, and I wasn't sure what it was. And then I thought about it, and I kept on thinking back to when I was making the AMVs, spending hours just finding the perfect clip to add into this section of song. And I realized that what I was missing was creativity. I missed creating stuff, and not just creating stuff for other people. You know, so I asked a couple of friends if they wanted to start recording and that kind of stuff, and I got a few yeses, so I set up the channel. I started working on the branding. I got a lot of equipment. You know, I sunk a little bit of money in just to make sure we had some decent equipment. And so when everything was set up, nobody would start recording with me. So rather than get disheartened and all that kind of stuff, I decided to do it myself. And, you know, that brings us to where we are now. You know, and I want to thank all you people, everybody, for watching the videos. You know, thank you so much, and I really love making them. I really wish that I had more time to make them. I've got a full-time job which keeps me extremely busy, and also I'm not really confident recording in front of my fiance. So I tend to record when she's either at work, like if I'm off during the day and she's working, like on weekends, or when she's asleep, which, you know, that's late at night. I don't finish until about 9 o'clock at night. So I get home, spend some time with her, then she goes to bed, and, you know, then I'll start recording. But usually by that time it's 1, 2 in the morning, you know, so I don't get to spend an awful lot of time on it because of my own insecurity, obviously. And as you can guess, recording late at night really, really sucks. Like, I would love to play some of the horror games that are out there, but I can't play them at night. I tried doing it with Soma a little bit ago, and I just freaked myself out over nothing. You know, like a noise would go and that would be it. I'm done. I'm ready to shut it down. But I want to keep doing this. I want to keep making videos, and I want you guys to keep watching, you know, because I'm only going to get better. I'm not interested in going backwards. I'm interested in going forwards. I'm aiming for doing this full time. But I know it's going to take a while to build up. I'm not expecting to have, like, you know, 40 million views overnight and that kind of stuff. Like, I've went back and I've watched all the old Let's Plays from everybody, you know, and none of them were great off the bat. None of them were fantastic. I will admit, some were better than others. You know, like if you go back and watch Jacksepticeye's stuff, when he was, you know, he was ashamed of his accent, so he put on this really, really bad American accent. His videos back then were crap. But you look at Markiplier's back then, and they had a good, decent sense of, they had a good, decent quality to them. You know, he knew what he was going for. He kind of had his own little style. He was still trying to figure it out, but, you know, he was perfecting it as he went along. I don't have the time to do what he was doing. He was uploading 4 or 5 episodes a day. I don't have the time to do that. Not a chance. I'm not going to build up my confidence that quickly, you know, just by constantly pumping out videos. I have to take my time, and I try and do as much as I possibly can to keep it within set windows. This week my windows have been screwed up. We had birthdays at the weekend. Yesterday morning I went for a root canal surgery, which is why the video's today, and this week's just been all kind of screwed up. It will be back to normal next week. I'm trying to still keep pumping out videos. I have a few already recorded. I've got a new Soma. I have another Shovel Knight. I've got a couple more in there somewhere. I can't remember exactly what I've recorded anymore. Some of them I want to go back and redo because they didn't turn out quite well. I was doing a Plague Inc. last night, but for some reason, every time I would get to infect the entire world, as soon as that last person got infected, it would crash. So I couldn't complete it, and I couldn't show you guys what was going on. Not sure what was happening with that, but whatever. Anyway, I want to thank you guys for listening to me ramble on. I hope you have a great day, and I will see you all later. Bye.